Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Penny. I am a master esthetician in Portland, Oregon, and today I am just going to be sharing with you a review, a demo, and a wear test of the new Shiseido Synchro Skin. It is the self-refreshing foundation, and I just want to share with you my kind of first impressions, then second impressions, and then an actual wear test. So I'm going to start by rolling the footage of me applying this the first time, and then I am going to roll right into wearing it or trying it on the second time. And while I'm doing that, I am going to go over some information about this foundation and kind of give you my initial thoughts. Now, the reason why I am applying it twice is because the first time I applied it, I prepped my skin like I always do, and that's several layers of different serums and essences and that kind of stuff, and then of course my sunscreen. And I put the foundation on, and then I decided to top it with a powder, and I chose the Hydro Mist from Becca, which I've had success using this over other foundations. I've thought that it was a lovely powder. When I put this powder over this foundation, it became a messy situation. I definitely had texture in places that I have never experienced texture, or at least I didn't realize they existed, along my chin and in this kind of area where you can get the marionette lines. I looked like I'd aged seriously 10, 12 years. It was just really bad. So I decided to wash my face and start over. I went through all of my skincare again, just like I always do. But what happened differently this time is that I did not powder, so I did let it set for probably 15 minutes before I went ahead and went on with my makeup. Let's get into the information about this foundation. So I picked mine up at Macy's, and I actually went into the store. They didn't have any testers out yet, but the lovely lady at Macy's pulled them out of the box and at least let me look through the frosted glass at the shades, because initially I thought that I was going to get 220 linen, but it is incredibly light. It's much, much lighter than I had thought. So my next choice was 260 cashmere. They didn't have that in stock. I got 240. I ended up with 240 quartz, and that is what I am putting on today. It is definitely a true neutral. It does not lean pink, and there is very little, if any, warmth in it. And frankly, I think that I could use a touch more warmth in this foundation, but it's a decent match and probably will be good going into the fall and winter. So on the Macy's website, first of all, there are 29 colors listed on the Macy's website. And the product details are, it says a Shiseido first in foundation with ActiveForce Technology that self-refreshes non-stop. Shiseido's long-wearing fluid foundation synchronizes with skin and helps resist heat, humidity, oil, and even motion. So you maintain a just applied flawless finish that lasts 24 hours. Skin looks and feels fresh all day, weightless, comfort, breathable, blendable, buildable. And because Shiseido's foundation adapts to skin tone and was developed in shades inspired by skin, you'll find your perfect match. You get 1 ounce. It says it's for all skin types, and it says that it is a weightless foundation with ActiveForce technology, and it's refreshing. It is an SPF of 30, oil-free. It says all-day hydration. It is waterproof and smudge-proof, humidity-resistant, transfer-resistant, non-comedogenic, dermatologist-tested, fragrance-free. And then it goes into some of the extracts and that kind of stuff. I don't ever really think that foundation is true skincare. I mean, foundations like this that claim to wear 24 hours, they are not skincare. And so you're supposed to shake it well. You twist the cap, this is pretty cool packaging. You twist the cap, and when you twist it one way, it locks. And then when you twist it the other way, you are able to engage the pump. But when you go back this way, now it's locked. When you go this way, you can engage the pump, which I do think that that is really great for travel, so that it's not a mess, but you still get a pump. It's in this nice frosted glass, and this is 1 ounce. Now I did apply mine with my Sonia Kashuk sponge, and I did a little bit differently than I usually do. I put it on the back of my hand, and I actually put my sponge into the product, and then I bounced it around my face. And I probably could have just done 1 pump and gotten a kind of light-ish, maybe light medium coverage, but I went ahead and did 2 pumps because I wanted to build it up. This is the coverage that I got. And I would say that it is a full medium coverage because I actually did go ahead and conceal. I have this one little blemish right there, and I did go ahead and conceal that. But you can also still see a little bit of my hyperpigmentation, and I went over that twice. So definitely, I wouldn't call it full coverage. Now, I didn't put a powder over it, and it does still feel not tacky, but it's not set down to a powder or anything like that. So what I'm going to do, you guys, is I've had this on now, it's 9:15. I've had this on since 8:30 basically. So I've had it on for 45 minutes. And first thing is that I like it better right now than I did at 8:30. At 8:30, I kind of felt like it looked a little bit heavy. The interesting thing was it was emphasizing texture in places that I'm not usually concerned with. Like I said, in here, this area. And it kind of gave me what looked like that orange peely kind of look in this area. And that's something that I don't normally even notice or care about. So that was interesting. However, around my nose area and under my eyes, I thought that it looked flawless. I thought that the texture, it made that texture better, which is really, really interesting. That tells me that there's something in here that locks it down in order for it to last a long time. And I'm gonna peruse through the ingredients during the day while I'm doing this wear test, but I'm thinking that it must have just dehydrated the skin in here, and that's why I got that look. But that dehydration is not such a bad thing around here to help with your pores. I hope that that makes sense. So I'm gonna go about my day, you guys, and I will definitely do a midday check-in, and then I will check in tonight. I am gonna try and wear this as long as possible because I'm not gonna wear it for 24 hours. Speaking of, I was watching Tara Lynn, and she did do a whole 24-hour. She literally slept in her makeup. I'm not going to do that tonight, but props to her. I will link her video down below. It was a fantastic foundation review, which she does amazing foundation reviews. I'll link that so that you guys get another perspective as well. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to just go about my day. I will check in later and let you know how this is going. Okay, see you soon. Okay, guys, I am back for a 6-hour check-in, and I just want to give you guys a look at how this foundation looks. I would say that it pretty much looks the same, except for that, I don't know if you can see, I have more shine in here and a little shine here, which I'm totally okay with. What I really want to tell you guys is, okay, so I have dry and dehydrated skin. I'm 45 years old. I'm going to be 46 in a couple months. And so obviously I'm going to have some aging skin. I mean, that's going on for sure. Some foundations accentuate that. Some foundations make my skin look better than it really actually is. Obviously that's the goal, right? This foundation ages me. There is absolutely no way around it. I actually filmed my Ulta 21 Days of Beauty in between this morning when I put this foundation on. I filmed that video, I edited it, and I posted it all in the hours since I put this foundation on, since you saw me apply it. And as I was editing that video, I could not get over just how textured my skin looks. Like, I obviously edit all of my own videos, but I can really, really tell the difference in a way that I absolutely, other than the Kevyn Aucoin, the Balm, that's the only other foundation in the last, I don't know, year or two that I've had where I'm like, wow, this makes my skin look really bad. And typically that's probably because I choose foundations that are hydrating and illuminating and all of that kind of stuff. So I'm sure there's lots of foundations that would make my skin look really bad. I just don't ever try them. This one I was hopeful because I thought that it was maybe for all skin types, and I prep my skin like crazy. I have lots of hydration on my skin. And guys, I don't know if you can tell, I look aged. The texture and like orange peely look everywhere. Maybe not here because I have some of my natural oils coming through. The foundation is definitely staying put. It has not moved at all. The other thing that I want to point out is that it's tight on my face. I can feel it. Like I'm aware of the foundation on my skin. I know that people say it's super lightweight and all of that stuff. And I guess it might be, but because it really does feel dehydrating, I'm aware when I smile, I can feel when I move my I mean, it's uncomfortable on my skin. So I would love to continue to do this wear test, but the writing is on the wall here. So I'm going to say that if you are someone with normal to dry skin and you're not dehydrated, you might like this foundation, maybe. If you have no issues with texture, maybe if you're younger and you have dry skin, maybe this would work great for you. But as someone who is aging, I don't want anything that is going to draw attention to the texture in my skin. And this definitely does that. I wish you guys could really tell, but like, I just feel like obviously that texture must be there, but this foundation just brings it out. It is like the worst makeup day I could ever have. And it does come in 30 shades. So if this is a foundation that might work for you because you have maybe normal, combo, oily skin, I feel like oily skin might really love this. You saw that when I put powder on it, oh my gosh, it was even worse. So I definitely, I don't think that there's much more I can do to make this work because like I said, I really prep my skin. I put way more into my skincare than my makeup every single day. So I don't know what else I could do to save this situation. So for me, this is definitely a fail. It was $47 for 1 ounce and I will never put it on my skin again. And yeah, I hope that this is helpful for someone out there that is really considering this foundation. If you have texture issues, if you are 45 plus, and you are ever concerned with the texture of your skin, I would avoid this foundation. I definitely would. I feel like it emphasizes everything. Oh, I wanted to do a much longer wear test. I don't think that that's the issue with this foundation. It's not going anywhere. It's been 6 hours and I can still clearly see my blush, my highlighter. Everything looks completely intact. So I've eaten, I've had my, I don't know where they are, but I've had my glasses on while I was editing. I, without realizing it, sit and have my, doing this while I'm editing and looking at stuff and blah, blah, blah on the computer. And even there is still intact. So I don't think the wear time on this, I don't think that's an issue. I think that's probably a really big plus. It's just the way it makes my skin look and 100% the way it makes my skin feel. Can't stand it. I just want to wash my face and start over, which would be the 3rd time today since I had to do that already once when I put this on with powder. So yeah, I hate bringing videos where I don't like the foundation, but this is one I do not like. So comment down below if you've tried this one, and I really do hope that this was helpful. Hope you guys are having a fantastic week, and I will see you in the Friday Q&A. Have a good one. Bye-bye.